Good afternoon. My name is Agrini Swankar and I'm going to present on the topic Big Data Analytics Introduction, Application and its Risks. So moving on to the part 1, that is the introduction. First of all, what is big data? So there is no one definition for big data as it is a very wide concept, but generally it involves larger, more complicated data sets, particularly from new data sources. These data sets are so huge that the traditional data processing software cannot manage them alone. Now, these are the examples of big data to show how big actually big data is. IDC calculates that by 2025, the entire world's data will increase to 175 zettabytes. On an average, there are around 500 million tweets sent each day. NerdWallet states that the average smartphone owner uses around 2 to 5 GB on his or her cell phone plan every month. Walmart processes around a million customer transactions every hour. Amazon registers $283,000 in sales per minute. Office workers receive 110 to 120 emails per day each, corresponding to about 124 billion emails on the same given day. In 2019, Federal Reserve Payments study stated that total card payment transactions touched 131.2 billion with a value of 7.08 trillion in 2018 that represented the growth of 8.9% in volume every year. So this shows that there is huge amount of data in big data. Now, what is big data analytics? So big data analytics is the complicated process of analyzing big data to disclose information that might aid establishments in making informed business decisions. So the data analytics techniques offer a means to analyze data sets and take away new information, which in turn can help organizations in making informed business decisions. Big data analytics is also a form of innovative analytics which comprises of complicated applications with elements such as predictive models, statistical algorithms, as well as what-if analysis driven by the analytics systems. Now, what is the importance of big data? What is the role of big data analytics? So big data analytics is essential as through specialized systems and softwares, it can result in positive business-related outcomes such as innovative revenue opportunities, more effective marketing, improved customer service, better operational efficiency, competitive advantages over competitors, and many more. So the prime goal of big data analytics is to aid the companies in making more informed business decisions by assisting data scientists, predictive modelers, and other analytics professionals for analyzing huge amounts of transactional data and other forms of data that might be untapped by conventional business intelligence programs. This may comprise of web server logs and internet clickstream data, social media content and social network activity reports, text from customer emails and survey responses, mobile phone call detailed records, and machine data captured by sensors and connected to the Internet of Things. Now, what are the three main aspects of big data analytics? So big data has three main aspects that is volume, velocity, and variety. So we'll see what these are. First one is volume. So big data is all about volume. In fact, huge volumes of data which reaches extraordinary heights. As we saw in the last slides, the examples of big data was showed how big the big data actually is. So it is likely that 2.5 quintillion bytes of data is created every day, and hence there will be about 40 zettabytes of data created by 2020, which highlights an escalation of 300 times from 2005. So it is now common for large companies to have terabytes and even petabytes of data in storage devices as well as on servers. This data aids to shape the future of the companies and their actions along with the tracking process. So the next one is velocity. The increase of data and the follow-on importance of it has changed the way we see data. In earlier times, we did not understand the importance of data in the corporate world. But with alteration of how we gather data, we have come to trust it day to day. So velocity basically processes how quickly the data is coming in. Some of the data will come in real time, while other data will come sporadically, that is irregularly, sent in batches. Not every platform will experience the incoming data at the same speed. Hence, it is important not to simplify, discount, or jump to conclusions without having the complete information about it. So the third aspect of big data is variety. So earlier data was collected from one place and delivered in only one format. Now it is being presented in non-traditional forms such as video, like this one. This is also a kind of data that we're sharing, text files, PDF, as well as graphics on social media, and also by technologies such as wearable devices. Even though this data is exceedingly useful to us, it creates extra work and needs even more analytical skills to decipher the incoming data and make it easier to handle and allow it to work. Big data is much more than just huge amount of data. It is a method of providing opportunities to use novel and existing data and discovering renewed ways of capturing future data to actually make a difference to business operators and make it more agile. So there are other aspects of big data as well. They are variability, veracity, and complexity. So variability refers to the irregularity that is shown by the data sometimes. This can hinder the process of being able to handle and manage the data effectively. Veracity also can be known as accuracy of the data. So the ability of the data being captured may vary to a great degree, and so does the accuracy. The next one is complexity. Data management may become an extremely complicated process, particularly when huge volumes of data come from numerous sources. These are some of the big data technologies. We've already studied about Apache Hadoop in our course. And the other big data technologies are Apache Spark, Apache Flink, NoSQL databases, artificial intelligence, R programming, blockchain, in-memory database, IMDb. Moving on to the next part, that is the applications of big data. So these are certain applications of big data analytics. Big data has found many applications in various fields today. So this diagram shows the fields in which big data is being used. So we'll study about them. Big data is used in government. Big data analytics has confirmed to be extremely valuable in the government sector. It was mainly responsible for the BJP and its allies to achieve an extremely fruitful Indian election in 2014. The Indian government uses several methods to ascertain how the Indian electorate is applying to the government action, along with the ideas for policy augmentation. Social media analytics. The advent of social media has headed to an exponential increase in big data. Social media can deliver valuable real-time insights about how the market is reacting to products and campaigns. With the help of these insights, the companies are able to adjust their pricing, promotion, and campaign placements accordingly. Next one is technology. The technical applications of big data consist of various companies which deal with enormous amounts of data each day and then put them into use for business decisions as well. For example, eBay uses two data warehouses at 7.5 petabytes and 40 petabytes and also 40 petabyte Hadoop cluster for search, consumer recommendations, and merchandising. Fraud detection. For business in which operations include any kind of claims of transaction processing, fraud detection is one of the most persuasive big data application examples. In most of the cases, fraud is discovered after a long time after the fact when the damage has done and all that is left is to diminish the harm. Big data platforms that are able to analyze the claims and transactions in real time can change the fraud detection game. The next one where big data is used is agriculture. A biotechnology firm uses sensor data to enhance the crop efficiency. The data environment continually adjusts to changes in the attributes of several data it collects, inclusive of temperature, water level, soil composition, growth, output, and sequencing of each plant in the test bed. These simulations allow it to discover the optimal environmental conditions for precise gene types. Now the next one is very common. Everyone that is the everyone now carries a facial recognition technology in their pockets. iPhone and Android smartphones users have applications at their fingertips that utilize facial recognition technology for numerous tasks. For example, Android users using the Remember app can click a photo of someone and then bring up the stored information about that person based on their image when their own memory lets them down a potential boon for the salespeople. Another prominent application of big data is healthcare. Healthcare stakeholders now have access to promising novel threads of knowledge. This information is kind of big data only, not only for its huge volume, but also for its complexity, diversity, and timeliness. Pharmaceutical industry experts, payers, and providers are now starting to analyze big data to acquire insights. The latest technological advances in the industry have enhanced their ability to work with such data, even though their files are massive and often have different database structures and technical characteristics. So these were the various applications of big data analytics. So the conclusion is that big data is an extremely powerful tool that makes things simpler in numerous fields, as said in the previous slides. Big data applications are applied in countless fields like banking, agriculture, chemistry, data mining, cloud computing, finance, marketing, stocks, healthcare, etc. Moving on to the next part of the slides is a risk of the big data analytics. So the major risk of big data analytics is security. So this is the most obvious risk in big data analytics. And this is also something which is prominent in our minds whenever we are considering the logistics of data collection and analysis. Data theft is an extensive and growing area of crime, and attacks and are getting larger and more damaging. In fact, five of the most damaging data thefts of all time, that is eBay, GP Morgan Chase, Adobe, Target, and Evernote, were carried out within a span of just 2 years. The greater your data is, the bigger the target is it poses to the criminals with the tools to steal and sell it. Next one is privacy. It is very closely related to the problem of security. But as well as ensuring personal data is safe from criminals, we need to be sure that the sensitive information that is being stored and collected is not going to be divulged through less malevolent but equally damaging misuse by people delegated with the responsibility for analyzing and reporting on it. Failure to follow applicable data protection laws might lead to expensive lawsuits and even prison, depending on what sort of data is being used and the kind of jurisdiction. So the next risk is the cost, which is also a disadvantage of big data analytics. The collection of data and its aggregation, storage, analysis, and reporting all cost a lot of money. Apart from this, there will always be compliancy costs to prevent falling foul on the issues like security and privacy, as discussed in the previous slides. This can be mitigated against by carefully budgeting during the planning stages, but getting it incorrect at that point can lead to spiraling costs, potentially negating any value added to your bottom line by your data-driven initiative. This is why the concept of starting with a strategy is very essential. A well-built strategy can unmistakably set out whatever is intended to achieve and the benefits that can be gained. So they can be balanced against the resources allocated to the project. Next one is bad analytics. So when there is a lot of data, it is common to analyze it wrongly. So misreading the patterns shown by the data and drawing casual links where there is in fact just random coincidence is a clear pitfall. Apart from the care that should be taken to prevent confirmation bias, easily enforced when an analyst comes to a project with preset ideas about what they are searching for, and by psychological phenomena is blinded to insights from the data which goes against the preconceived notions. The single way to mitigate against this is to guarantee that all of the available best practice procedures from top to bottom throughout the project is being implemented. Next is bad data, which is kind of similar to bad analytics. There are numerous data projects that instantly start off on the wrong foot by collecting irrelevant or out of date or flawed data. This usually comes down to inadequate time being spent on the designing of the project strategy. Again, here strategy plays a very important role. The big data gold rush has led to a collect all the data and think about examining it later approach in various organizations. This not only adds to the increasing cost of storing the data and ensuring compliancy, but also leads to huge amount of data which can become outdated very quickly. The real threat here is that is falling behind your competition. If the right data is not being analyzed, then the right insights which will provide value would not be drawn. Meanwhile, the competitors will probably be running their own data projects, and if they're getting it right, they might take the lead. These are the references that I use for making this PPT. And this is a certification course from Coursera that I did on Introduction to Big Data, and the link for the certificate. Thank you.